Trying to figure out the right amount of training volume for you can be a real Rubik's Cube in trying to assemble all the pieces together. Sometimes you're going to be better off with a lot more volume. Sometimes you're going to be better off with much less. So here's my general rule of thumb to give you a baseline that you can then experiment and build off of based off the feedback you get from your workouts. So welcome my friends, I'm Matt Schifferle with another video to help you be fit and live free. And my general rule of thumb that I've based in my new program, Beautiful Strength, how to use fitness to become and feel more attractive, is all about 2 to 3. Yes, sometimes you need a lot more, sometimes you need a lot less more. It all depends on a lot of variables. But in general, especially when it comes to building muscle and strength, 2 to 3 is a good place to go. How many times a week should you work a muscle group? 2 to 3 times. How many exercises should you do? Probably 2 to 3. How many sets per exercise? 2 to 3. You can even apply this in several ways of recovery. How many meals a day should you eat? Probably 2 to 3. How long should you rest in between sets? Well, probably 2 to 3. It's certainly not a dogmatic formula. It's meant to be just a general baseline that you can start to apply, but always feel free to adapt and be flexible with it because it's not about volume, it's about stimulus. And sometimes you're better off with more, sometimes you're better off with less. Refer to the previous video I made, links down below, in knowing what that stimulus is and how to go about doing that. But above all, don't make volume in charge, because when you ignore the stimulus, but then you're going after either how much volume of high amounts of volume, you risk burnout, you risk watering down your intensity, you risk losing sight of what you're actually training for. But at the same time, if you're like, okay, low volume is the best according to this expert or this program, and you're kind of chomping at the bits, like, yeah, but I feel I can handle more, well, you're probably better off doing more then. So yeah, keep an eye out for my new program, Beautiful Strength, which gives you a much more structured approach to this whole thing and building muscle and strength for the sake of an attractive physique. Let me know if you have questions down below. Best of luck in your workouts this week. Till then, be fit and live free.